Well, it was a Sunday. It was Sunday morning, like.
Keep going.
It was Sunday. It's the beginning of summer. Like I had a championship game that day. Like the game started at 1, so we got there. I had a lot of mixed emotions. It was a championship for a local league I played for. So it started at 1. The first half ended. We were tied 1-1. Then the second half started. 20 minutes into the game, I score, and we're up 2-1. We celebrated, and I was happy for my team because we were actually winning the championship game. But 5 minutes later, I get slid, and by number 6 of the opposing team. So, like once he slides me, like I can't get back up. My coach comes in and pulls me out to the sideline. From there, like they're like, "Oh, you're fine. It's just swollen, blah blah." So like one of my team members' moms, like she comes, and she brings some oil. She starts rubbing my foot. She says all I need is a massage my foot to get better, whatever. So then like she starts rubbing it, and like I feel more pain than when the guy slid me. So like they tell her to stop, but like she just keeps rubbing my foot, and like so like I tear up, and then like they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna take you to a professional massager supposedly." So like, they take me, they carry me to the car, and then like we head somewhere to visit a professional massager. We get there, and like we end up in the garage, and I'm like, okay, how is this supposed to be professional, you know? So we go there, and then the guy like takes a look at my foot, and he says like, "Oh, like I think you guys should take him to a professional, like to a doctor." And when I heard that, I was relieved because I didn't want to go through the same pain I went through when the lady was rubbing my foot. So after that, like we left to a clinic, but once we got to the clinic, I would have rather stayed at the garage because the clinic was run down. There was no elevator, and I pretty much had a messed up foot, so they had to carry me up the elevator. Up the stairs. But luckily enough, it was a Sunday, and it was already like 5 p.m. So the clinic was closed because on Sundays they close early. So like I was lucky enough for the clinic to be closed. After that, like in my head I was like, "Oh, where are they gonna take me next?" Like I was scared already, like to go somewhere else because the place I've been to, like, were no help. So we end up at the ER room, and I wait there for 2 hours filling out forms and stuff, and finally go in there 2 hours later, and they tell me I do have a broken foot, but some lady was rubbing it, and it's even worse now. It's more swollen than it was, so they can't put a cast on me. So they put like, it's something like a cast, but it's temporary, like it's not fully closed, so till the swollenness goes down, and then they say to return. So then I get out of the ER, and then I still have to wait for my parents to arrive to pick me up for 2 hours. Like I just waited there, and then I finally went back to Chalk's hospital, and they put a cast on me, and then like that took 8 weeks out of my whole summer. It was so hot, couldn't get in the pool, couldn't do nothing because I had a cast on. Once they finally were gonna take my cast off on a Monday, the Friday before that, I decided to go in the bathroom, turn on the hot tub, and take a knife in there with me, and I cut off my cast. I threw it on the roof, and I called my coach to tell him if I could play, and he's all like, "No, I think you should wait 2 weeks." So I was like, "What the hell? Why the hell did I cut my cast off? There's still no point." And then I threw it up there. I waited 2 weeks, and after that, I actually never played the same. So that doesn't really matter. So that was like the worst day of my life.